Well, hello everybody, and welcome to January 15th, 2019. And we are at GBear's off-grid ways, the homestead in the desert, the homestead in the desert. I'm all tongue-tied. We're looking at some clouds moving in here. The sun's been out for most of the day here. It rained a little bit last night and all day yesterday, on and off. But I still am not getting a lot of water. The rains have not been heavy. They've just been light showers here and there. They last for a little while and then knock off. So hopefully this one's going to drop a good amount of water on me. All right, we're starting outside here because I promised that I would show my mash shower head, or the spring-loaded shower head. And this is it. I'm going to get a little closer here. I added the little pull string in here, and I have a screw right there, so when I do want to keep it on, I can hook it right there. Okay, so anyway, this is spring loaded, and it'll pop back on its own. There's no water coming out now because I have this shut off and drained for the freezing temperatures, so it doesn't burst any pipes. But that's what it looks like. They're available at most good plumbing stores. You're not going to find them in any of the big box stores except for special order. All right, so we got that done. Let me put the lock back on this door here. I'm stepping around these piles here because I don't want to break an ankle down there. I haven't had time to finish digging this out. All right, let's move on and head in, and I'm going to show you some of the things I got done. Here we are. Oh, I just got hit by some raindrops. All right, we're looking at my newly upholstered seat. This is the one that you remember. This was the old cover with all of the duct tape on it, and you can see how it was pretty shattered underneath there. And it's all dried. It cracks real easy, but this is nice and soft, so that should last me a while. And I still have it sitting here because no need putting it outside until I'm ready to use the ATV. And have two seams in the back here, and I didn't have a way of doing this and moving around. Even in a tripod, I had to move it around and flip things, and it would keep going out of frame. So I tried a couple of short videos, and I looked back at them and I said, nah, that's not going to work. So best I can do is explain what I did. All right. So what I did was make sure the piece is way bigger than what you need. And then I started on the small end here, and I put 3 staples underneath here with this flipped over and got it started there. And then I stretched the sides back to about this point here, which is the low part in the seat. And I put a staple on each one of those. Now, those are just to hold it in place. Then I got all the way back to the back end here, and I stretched the vinyl or an augerhide back this way, and I put a couple of staples in the back underneath here to hold it in place. Then I went back and I started right about here, and I stretched it under, put a staple, stretched it under, put a staple, and I kept working my way back and working my way back all the way back to this corner. And then I folded these over, tucked them under, and stapled them, and I put extra staples in that area underneath here on both sides. I'm not going to flip it over. You know what staples look like. All right, and then I used my, well, let's see if I can get it out here. I used my little razor knife here. It's a folding box cutter, and I put a fresh blade on there. There's the old blade. It was a little on the dull side. Put a fresh blade, and then after I stapled it every inch all the way around, I got this and I trimmed off all the excess that was under there, and I didn't throw that away. I saved it. I do save a lot of remnants, like up here in this can. This is some old cowboy boots. My instep on my foot grew so much I couldn't get my foot into boots anymore. So instead of throwing them out, I spent some time and I cut all of the the stitching and took them apart, and I saved the leather, and I make things out of those. I made a pistol holster for concealed carry out of that at one point. But that's one of the things. And this is another neat tool. And I got this at Harbor Freight. This is a stitching awl. And I bought an extra roll of waxed thread for doing this. And anyway, these work pretty good. And there's a spool inside the handle. And that's where the string comes out here and then goes around the nail and underneath and goes inside and goes right there. Now, when you take the top off there, there's a place to store needles in there. And they have a bent needle and straight needle. And when you buy the thread with the instructions on the inside, there's an extra needle inside there. So I'll end up putting that inside. But those are great for doing stuff like this and stitching. I've also done the leather where I just use a leather punch, and I punch holes and then use strips of leather to tie it up, make moccasins, things like that. So that's something else down the line. I'll show you if I ever get involved in doing some of that. I want to make myself a good set of moccasins walking around out here. All right, you're looking at these items over here in the back. That's my patented invention, and when I'm no longer marketing those, but I do have a few left over that I keep here, and I use them myself or give them out to friends when they come by. That's a universal mixing tool. This is the mini mixer, and it's one-dimensional, as you can see. They're made out of 304 stainless, and these things are really great for mixing stuff. This is for the small quart cans and so forth. And then I've got them all the way up to the big size there that go into the 5-gallon buckets. And that's another story down the line, a whole nother life. All right, so let's see where we're going from here. Oh yeah, here's another one of my inventions. And you're looking at this and saying, what in the heck is that? Well, sometimes I do some pistol shooting with a semi-automatic, and then afterwards I got to go pick up all the brass. So what I did was I made this thing, and you slip it. Let me see if I can do this one-handed. You slip it over your wrist, kind of like that, and then you adjust the catch net. So as you're firing your handgun, the ejected shells land in the net. So you don't have to go pick them all up later. So, because I do reloading, and I do save all my brass and I reload it. But neat little invention, huh? This bottom part here is a shin guard for kids that play street hockey and stuff like that. And then that's an old child's butterfly net, and I bent a piece of aluminum rod to go around there. And then I got a hold of this other piece of aluminum here and bent and shaped it, and then I pop riveted it into place. And up here I put an adjustable knob so I can loosen that and adjust the unit to be right where I need it for different handguns and so forth. Neat little invention. I'm into a lot of that stuff, and you'll be seeing that down the line. After I get all my other stuff done in here, I'll get involved in doing some of my inventions, and I'll show you some of the things I come up with. And that's why I save all these electronics and stuff down here, because I do work with electricity. If you look at some of my playlists that go back into electrical experiments and stuff like that, you'll see a bunch of stuff that I've done with different electronics. Okay, well, I think that's about all for right now. I was working in the other container, cleaning things up. I was going to light this pot belly off and show you the temperature rise, but I don't need it right now because it's not that cold out. The cloud cover has been holding the heat in down here, but you can see it's getting ready to rain. This is going all the way around, and it's starting to come in from that direction over there, and that looks like it's starting to drop some rain already over there. That must have been the drops that hit me in the head when I was coming in here. Well, we'll see. My tarp is blowing in the wind right now, but ooh, that's really dark. But it does, I've got a heavy weight in the barrel that holds that end down. So it does catch some rain, and I've got probably 5 gallons of water in there. My other barrels only came up about 2 inches with the rain that we've gotten so far. So it's really not producing a heck of a lot of water, or rainwater. And I've been working back there, and I got that second metal cabinet set up, and I started putting some things away. I made a little opening so I can get through there. And I'm just starting to sort things out and put things in order here. I am a locksmith, so I've got a lot of keys here and keyboards and so forth and so on. And then down in here, I've got a key machine and some key blanks and all kinds of stuff I've got to get put away. And I put up my dry erase board so I can do my calculus on there. And here's 1/15/19. That's today. That's when I hung that. I got my little pen up on top. So I got my dry erase board ready to go here. And other than that, I think we're off and running. Oh yeah. Hey, look at that. I just found $1 million bill. Wow. Interesting. Funny, they were selling these in a store, oh, got to be 20 years ago. And I went in and I grabbed one, and I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. And I hung it up, and then the store got in trouble because apparently, even though it's not a real bill, that is still counterfeiting. So they had to pull them all off the shelves. Anyway, that's about it. I got my cookie sheet out here, my nonstick cookie sheet, because I want to make some biscuits and have that with dinner. I made pork stew last night. It was delicious. That's about all for right now, everybody. For the 3rd time, I'm saying, don't forget, give me a thumbs up if you like my videos. And don't forget to ask questions and leave comments. I do try to get back to everybody as quick as possible. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. If you have subscribed, welcome aboard. I try to say welcome aboard to everybody who does subscribe and leaves a comment. And so if you do subscribe, don't forget, go to the bottom and leave a comment, and I will give you a welcome aboard. GBear, signing off.